KSN16 Storm Center, your local weather authority. This is your forecast first.
Hello everyone, happy Friday. We are live here at the 20th Paint the Town Red here in Pittsburg, Kansas. We got nice views from our Wesco Home Furnishings tower cam. A little bit of cloud cover, but the sunshine is really peeking in. For our temperatures, already in the 80s, going to be in the 90s for our highs for today, and shifting over to our dew points. Drier conditions are starting to move in as that moisture starts to dry up a little bit, but with those temperatures expected to pick up, we will not be noticing the moisture at all, and those temperatures will be getting into the 90s and then starting to cool down into the 80s for Friday Night Football. It is going to be a very hot day for us today, so make sure you're staying hydrated. Local news at noon starts now.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KSN 16, your local news at noon.
And a good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for joining us on this Friday. It's September the 12th. I'm Tiffany Ellings. We're thrilled to be in Pittsburgh today, and we want to talk all about Paint the Town Red, but we do have some news to get to first. New information now at noon. Authorities announced 22-year-old Tyler Robinson is the suspect in the Charlie Kirk shooting and killing of the political activist. Take a look at the new mugshot that the FBI released just in the last few hours. We learned that Robinson's own family turned him into authorities late last night. Family members told investigators that Robinson had become increasingly political and had brought up how he didn't like Charlie Kirk at a recent dinner. NBC's Jay Gray reports from Utah.
Well, Utah's Governor Spencer Cox opening a press briefing this morning with three words that many, not only here in Utah, but across the country, had been waiting to hear. We got him. An investigation that moved very rapidly over about 33 hours, finding and arresting the suspect in the assassination, Tyler Robinson, who apparently was recognized by family members in video released from the incident by the FBI. That led to a call to police, who have interviewed some of those family members. Here's what we know about the suspect at this point.
Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
And with this arrest, the investigation does still continue building toward a trial. The governor of Utah, along with President Trump, have said they expect to pursue the death penalty in this case. That's the latest from Utah. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
A lot of new information out just in the last few hours. You can find the very latest throughout the afternoon on 4stateshomepage.com. A Pittsburgh man accused of damaging law enforcement vehicles during a chase pleads guilty. 48-year-old Corey Reynolds pleaded guilty to one count of fleeing in a Crawford County courtroom yesterday. As part of that plea deal, prosecutors dropped 3 charges against Reynolds: aggravated burglary, stalking, and domestic battery. Reynolds is scheduled to be sentenced October 30th. The charges were filed back in March in connection to a chase that started in Crawford County. It ended in Cherokee County when authorities performed a tactical vehicle intervention. Authorities say Reynolds hit several patrol vehicles during that chase, including one with a deputy inside. He was also charged in Cherokee County in the case with 2 counts of attempted aggravated battery on law enforcement, fleeing, and 2 drug charges. Reynolds is scheduled to be in court today on those charges. We will let you know what happens in court. The next generation of entrepreneurs in Pittsburgh is getting a chance to explore those things. At the Keys Summit in Pittsburgh on Thursday, kids and adults got to take part in many different activities. Pitt State played host to the event organized by the Southeast Kansas Workforce Center. It's designed to help kids of all ages jumpstart their career journeys. They hope to give them the confidence and key skills that they need to operate in today's workforce. They enjoyed keynote speakers, workshops, local business booths, and networking opportunities. A few of the playgrounds in Pittsburgh are going to be getting an upgrade and some much needed renovations. Nearly $30,000 worth of renovations coming to the Paul Loeffler Rotary Park and also Schlanger Park. The Pittsburgh Noon Rotary Club Pritchett Trust Foundation, and the City Parks and Rec Department all joined forces to donate the money and help with the construction. Leffler Park is getting a full remodel, with the old playground set getting torn down and replaced, while Schlanger Park is getting resurfaced. Parks and Rec Director Toby Brooks says the Leffler Park remodeling is special to him.
We're creating memories, and this park is special to me because it was right on the way home from daycare, so I would always stop here with my kid on the way home. And I'm not the only one that has that story.
Book says he's thankful for the funding that was donated to the project. Coming up, we preview all of the events that you can enjoy in Pittsburgh this weekend. It is Paint the Town Red. The town is truly decked out for all of the events. We'll tell you what's on tap with special events and a block party starting tonight. We're live for KSN Local News at noon. We'll be right back.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KSN 16, your local news at noon.
Welcome back to KSN Local News at noon. We're live in Pittsburgh this afternoon. Excited to be joined by Madeline Wall, Director of Outreach and Engagement at Pitt State University, alumni and constituent relations. Madeline, thanks you so much for being with us
Yeah,
today.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here to talk about everything that's happening around the community. It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Shelby and I were driving down. We went to look at some of the decorations before we got here. The town is truly decked out, and this is such an exciting time for Pitt State and the community as a whole.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The town is definitely decked out in crimson and gold, very following the theme of follow the crimson and gold. There's just so much energy and pride that you can feel, and it's definitely contagious.
Yeah. So what kind of led you guys to come up with the Wizard of Oz theme for this year's annual 20th anniversary?
Yeah, so the Chamber Ambassadors picked that theme, and I think they really hit it on the nail with it being very popular. It's an iconic Kansas story that they wanted to honor, and I think it really could not have been a more perfect pick. Everybody absolutely loves it.
Yeah, you guys have so many activities, and there's a little bit of something for everybody. Of course, we want the gorillas to get a giant win tomorrow at home, but there's all kinds of activities going on that people can enjoy with their families.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of excitement happening. So tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. we're going to have a block party and pep rally, live music, food, games, a kids fun run for kids, special appearances from athletics, dance team, cheer team, and the Pride of the Plains marching band. And then tomorrow we'll have Gorilla Fest, or pre-football game tailgate, from 1 to 3:45. Again, live music, kids activities like bounce houses. It's going to be a great time before the home opener at 4.
Gorilla Village will be really hopping tomorrow. I can imagine it's going to be a sea of red.
Yes, well, actually, it's going to be a sea of white tomorrow, because we're going to have our whiteout game. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you plan to come to the game, be sure to put on your white and show your support.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we are so glad to have you here with us. And Shelby, it's a warm day.
Yeah.
Friday night football is going to be warm tonight.
Exactly, and we saw something about a kids fun run tonight, 6:30. Am I correct?
Yes, so the fun run starts tonight at 6:30, and kids are free to participate, so they get to run with Gus, and it's just a great way to get those children involved and show some Gorilla pride.
Oh,
So,
yeah, and get your Christmas card pictures if you want
Absolutely.
one with Gus,
There you
right?
go. There you go. Absolutely.
And it's gonna be hot for
Yes,
sure.
it will.
So make sure you're staying
Yes.
hydrated for sure. You guys gonna have any hydration stands or anything like
Oh,
that?
I'm almost positive. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm positive there will be plenty of things to eat and drink, and just lots of fun to be had.
Yes, we're turning back to 4-state weather. It's going to be a warm one for Friday night football tonight.
Yeah, we're looking at it. Kickoff is expected to be around 87 degrees in Joplin, so quite the scorcher outside. Make sure you're keeping your water on you. You won't need a jacket though, so stay in the 80s. I'll more up next as a look at the almanac.
And now, from the KSN 16 Freeman Health System live First Alert Doppler Storm Center, weather with Shelby Schabel.
Hello, everyone. We are live here from Paint the Town Red. It is going to be a hot one for us. We'll be looking at the 90s to make their way back to the 4 states for today, as those above average temperatures are expected to remain. And it is going to be a nice one, but that warming trend is predicted to persist through our weekend. Our Wesco Home Furnishings Tower Cam showing us nice views outside from the city of Joplin. A little bit of cloud cover and haze, but the sun is showing up beautifully for us this afternoon. The next several days do, though, show, again, as I mentioned, those above average temperatures, as our 7-day meteogram is showing us that. We're looking at 93 degrees not only today, but tomorrow and Sunday as well, with those uniform temperatures expected to come through. But our Freeman First Alert Doppler showing we're in the 80s right now. As we get into our 7-day meterogram, that is what I was talking about with those above average temperatures. As we shift into our weekend and early next week, we could be possibly getting near the records as we get through, but those temperatures right now across the U.S. are really ranging from the 60s all the way to the 90s down south. Our radar, though, is presenting us with a warm front that is off to the north of us. As it does continue to move further off to the northeast, it is going to bring more of that warmness to us, and then we'll be expecting for it to shift out of our area and bring us more warmth. But we'll have clear and nice conditions over the next couple of days. Clear skies are predicted for the region, as well as our regional futurecast is showing us right here. We'll see that system carrying the warm front shift further off to our north, and possibly a little bit of cloud cover is predicted to come through as we get into Sunday, with mostly cloudy conditions predicted for us. But our precipitation outlook is showing that we are going to be on the lower side when it comes to rain coming in, and that could possibly bring us more drought, as our drought monitor is presenting us with drought conditions as we get further off to the east. You'll notice here in Springfield, they are under severe drought, and that does pick up from the 4 states all the way off to the east near the Ozarks. With the lack of rain predicted for us, it is likely we'll see that trend persist. But for Friday night football, what we're all waiting on tonight, it is going to be a warm one for us. Specifically for kickoff, we'll be around 87, 88 degrees here in Joplin, and that is expected to last throughout our evening. We'll be in those 80s for halftime, around 83 degrees, and around the game, and 80 as well. But our highs for today, we're expected to be in the 90s, as I mentioned. As we get further off to the east, closer to Springfield and Branson, they will be close to upper 90s for our highs, closer to the triple digits for their actual temperatures. Could be getting close to that record-breaking heat, and that is something we'll be monitoring as we get into the weekend. Our lows will be into the 60s and 70s for tonight to make for some cooler overnight conditions, and we'll be looking at things to drop into that range. But as we get into tomorrow and tonight, tonight we'll see things start to cool down, but not a bad evening for us at all. We'll have those warmer overnight conditions last through. We'll have some clear and calm conditions for tonight, though, and then tomorrow we'll pick right back up where we left off into the 90s, and that warming trend is set to last going to our 7-day forecast. We're going to see those 90s persist. You want to make sure you're staying hydrated and really just keeping water on you as much as you can.
Yeah, definitely so. And if you're headed to Friday night football tonight, think cool clothing and cool colored clothing, to stay cool out there. And if you're coming to the block party as well, he's a legend around here. Blake Benson, the CEO and the president of the Pittsburg Chamber of Commerce, he is going to join us to announce the winners of all of the people that have worked so hard to paint the town red and get everything decorated in this year's theme of Follow the Crimson and Gold. We'll be right back. We're live this afternoon from Pittsburgh for Paint the Town Red. we ordered that truck to go by just at this time. A live look in Pittsburgh this afternoon. It's the lunch hour. People are hyped to be here. Blake Benson, no one more than Blake Benson, the CEO and president. Blake, thanks so much for having us.
Well, thank you. You guys have been a part of Paint the Town Red from the very beginning. You've been a huge part of it. 20 years later, you're still a part of it. We can't thank you enough.
It's pretty incredible, Blake, to think that this is the 20th year for this, right?
It really is. And it just started small. It was a way to showcase the incredible relationship that this community has with Pittsburg State University. It just grows each year, and this is the biggest year yet.
Shelby, we loved looking at the decorations when we came into town this afternoon.
Yeah, my favorite was "There's no place like Pitt." I think that's really, really cute.
Absolutely. That's a consistent theme throughout all of our chamber events this year. And that really give the credit to Liz Kohlmeyer and Daisy Flood from our chamber team for coming up with that theme. And our businesses have just really had a lot of fun with it.
You were telling me, Blake, before the show that there was even, I was saying, like some places they've even made like little tornadoes that they shaped and all kinds of stuff. It's an increase even from what we saw last year, you were saying.
It is, and this is the most business displays we've ever had, and it was about a 30% increase just since last year.
Wow.
So our community really dives into it. Again, it's a great way to show how much they support and appreciate the university, and they get pretty creative.
Yeah, they really have. Well, we know that everybody has worked long and hard, blood, sweat, and tears have gone into this. You are going to announce the winners now.
We are. I do get the honor of announcing these. So it's a tough decision. Thank you to our judges. I know they had a tough decision to make.
We were not judges.
No.
Just so you know.
No. So the winner of Division 1 is Pittsco Education. Winner of Division 2 is GN Bank. Division 3, a newcomer to Paint the Town Red, is Pence Financial Group. And with this being the 20th anniversary of Paint the Town Red, we created a completely new category, the GOAT category. Anyone who had ever won over the last 20 years, they came back and participated in the GOAT category. And so the GOAT winner, greatest of all time winner, is the City of Pittsburgh Memorial Auditorium. And I think some of the folks that made that possible are right behind the camera.
Yeah, y'all can cheer. So, come on, y'all have worked hard.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So congratulations to everybody that was a part of the display contest. Really appreciate your support of the community and support of Pittsburg State University.
Yeah, if you're coming down for the block party, give yourself time to go and look at the decorations. There are, photo ops aplenty.
Absolutely.
In downtown Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. So much creativity.
Yeah, we saw it. It was a nice view for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Well, truly a special place we have here.
Oh, 100%. And I just love the way the community gets behind it.
Absolutely.
In force. Blake,
Proud to
thank
be a part
you so
of it.
much.
Thank you.
Congratulations on yet another great event. There's a lot to enjoy at Pittsburgh this weekend. We're going to tell you about more of the special activities next. Welcome back. We're live this afternoon. KSN Local News at noon, out on the road. We escaped from the studio and we're thrilled to be over in Pittsburgh for Paint the Town Red. And Liz Kohlmeyer joining us, the Director of Marketing at the Chamber. And Liz, this is such a fun event every year.
It really is, and I'm so glad that you guys support us and just all of the support from the community for this event. It's just amazing.
It's huge, and you can just feel the enthusiasm in town as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is such an exciting thing. You have one more winner to announce for us because the community actually gets a vote, which I love as well.
Yes, so I'm really excited to announce our community favorite winner. We had over 1,000 votes from community members, and our winner is the Crawford County Mental Health, and it was very close. It was one vote difference from first and second place. So congratulations to them.
And there's a look at the winner on the screen. Lydia, thank you for getting those up so that our viewers at home can see who were the winners. So if you're coming down to Pittsburgh, make a note of these winners so that you can go see some of the big winners like Shelby and I already did.
What was like the most fun part for you when it came to kind of like helping to market this event and organize it?
I think that going around and just looking at all the decorations, I was out while the judges were out, and a lot of the businesses have performances, so many people dressed up as Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz and the Lion, and just going around and seeing people do that and dancing around to songs, that's just a lot of fun.
And honestly, not only that, but we even saw one of the businesses had the gorilla dressed up as a Tin Man, and even complete with like the oil can on his head.
Yes, it's really cool to see how the community and all of the businesses really support Pitt State during this time.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we are so glad to have had you. Thank you so much for being with us. We wish you a great rest of the weekend, Liz.
Thank you
so much for being with us. Shelby, it is warm out here. It's going to be perfect, though, for the block party tonight.
Oh, perfect. I mean, right now it's peak heat, or we're getting close to it, so we're feeling it. But not a bad day for us. At least there's no rain. And around kickoff, it'll be about 87 degrees in Joplin, 88 degrees. Then tonight we'll cool down into the 70s for our evening, so it will be on the cooler side and clear. But then tomorrow we're picking off right where we left off, back into the 90s. Yes, you heard me, the 90s. We'll be monitoring the chance to possibly get near record-breaking heat for this time of year as we shift through the next several days. And then we'll expect uniform temperatures today, 93 degrees around the high Saturday and Sunday as well. And then we could possibly heat up into early next week. It's going to be a scorcher for sure. We'll be right back.
And this is the end of our show, so we hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday morning.